Patrick Cook here. So welcome to session number 19 of our Mandelbulb3D Epic Rendering tutorial series. Now I'm working on an image that I love, and I'm committing to it. And so far I've been able to resolve a couple issues: the camera position, the clipping. I need to go on and get this thing to where I really like it before I put all kinds of time and effort into a big high-resolution render. Okay, so now that I've got the scene that I like, which has given me a sense of depth, I need to get in here and work on the fog, okay, or the ambient shadows. It might be one or the other. So I'm going to go into the lighting panel, and let's go over to the defog, dynamic fog, and let's see if we can kind of tweak this out. Now I don't like the halos. Let's get a, there we go. All right, I don't like the halos around here. I don't like these halos. All right. They're not necessary. They're distracting. They're unnatural. I don't like it. So the first thing I'm going to do is see if I can get rid of these halos. I'm going to work with this right here. Okay. All right. Now, ooh. Now, that's with the fog really turned down. You see how suddenly the halos disappeared? All right. But when I knock off the halos, I lose the sense of depth. Okay, let's tweak this ever so slightly. All right, there, the halos are like virtually gone now. But when I toned down the dynamic fog, I also toned down all of the colors. All right, but let's keep going here. This is a fog offset. Now the fog offset is how close or farther away that the fog kind of like edge is going to be to the camera. All right, now here I push the fog way off. All right, I'm bringing the fog offset. I'm bringing that closer. I do want some fog in here. I want the fog to help create a sense of depth. Now here's the far offset. This is how far out the fog would be. Something like that. Okay. 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 So what I have here is I've eliminated those halos. All right, and let's get over here. Okay, and let's get down into here. So here is an object that is further out. All right, and I'm getting the sense of some depth here, but I still got some work to do. Okay, good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this because I'm happy with this. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it as an M3P and Alien Planet V1. I'll save it as V2. Good. Now I'm going to copy all this stuff to the clipboard, and I'm going to come back into my notepad. I'm going to wipe all that out, paste that in. This way I've got a quick recovery if things go wrong. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to work on the ambient shadowing. Because this ambient shadowing here, the shadowing that I have, all right, I'm getting really close in there. You see? Let's see if we can go a little bit, well, that's about all we can do. So down in here, I don't really have any shadows. It's just kind of all muddy. I want to see if I can use the ambient shadows to pull things out a little bit. I'm going to go to the ambient tab. The ambient, let's see. Yeah, it's pretty good. Ambient shadows. Let's see what I can do with that. You see? I mean, if I push this ambient shadow all the way down, I get some really hard shadows in here. Let's back it out. Let's look at the big picture. Go back to my ambient shadow. You see what that's doing? Okay. It's giving me some shadows. Now, ambient shadows, ambient is the light all around. All right. It's not the light that is coming from the source. Up here, this is the source light up here. Ambient is the light that is all around. Just kind of a layman's kind of description. It's just all around. It's just everywhere. All right. And the ambient shadow would be the shadows that are being cast by the ambient light. So by kind of fine-tuning all of this, I can kind of help with a sense of depth by tweaking the ambient shadows. But I'm not really getting quite what I like here. I'm not getting a good shadowing effect. So what I'm going to do is turn my attention to the light source, the angle. All right. Now, if I were animating, I would turn this on. All right. I don't really need it if it's a still. Now, with a still, you can just take your time. You can do all the tweaks you want. You don't have to worry about rendering 5,000 or 10,000 of these frames. So I'm going for the highest quality that I can get. And I don't care if it takes an hour to render this one, because I'm not doing an animation. But what I want to do is play with this lighting source and see if I can get an angle of the light that is really appealing. Ooh, now see, look at that. Look at the difference. Now, when you're dealing with something organic like this, you're probably going to want, let's take the Mandelbulb object, okay? All right. When you're dealing with something organic like this, organic meaning it doesn't have hard rectangular edges and straight lines, you're probably going to want your lighting source more on the face of it rather than behind it. Behind it, you're gonna lose a lot of the details in these little bulbs up in here. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is see if I can put the light more on the face of these objects here. See that? Look at that. Okay. There. Now when I put the light more on the front, I highlight all of the objects or the elements of the, all right, and I also tend to create more depth because I get more shadows in the back. Okay, so I'm liking that the light is more on the face, and I'm tweaking this, and I'm watching for shadowing effect. I'm watching for where I get the greatest sense of depth. Okay, something like that. Okay. Just throw it off real fast. Just experiment, find out where you are. Okay, I'm kind of liking that. I get a good sense of depth here by these background objects tending to go off into the darkness. It's too dark, but I like the fact that my light is highlighting these objects here. I like the fact that my foundation, my base, my floor is not washed out. It's lit too. I like that. I like the fact that these foreground objects are fairly well lit. So I think we're in pretty good progress here by manipulating the light position. All right, now, all right, so let's end this session right here. And when we come back, I'm gonna see if I can work out the ambient shadows to get a little bit more attractive clarity here. And I'm also going to go in and work with the colors as well, because I think the colors are a little bit washed out, and we could do better than this. Okay. All right. I'll see you in the next session. We'll pick it up from there. Okay.